Hey, this is Mike from the future. Before you watch this preview, I just want to let you know that I recorded this video you're about to watch in December of last year, and then the first Kickstarter or GameFound campaign ended up not happening. But I held on to the video, and now they have changed some of the rules, but they said that enough of this video is valid that it might still be useful for people to watch, because unfortunately I'm swamped with other games, so I didn't have time to look at the new content for this one. So enjoy the old video with my old microphone, and see what you think of Sea Beast. Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm ready for some Sea Viking action. This is Sea Beast, currently on crowdfunding. I'm going to do a full solo playthrough and then give my thoughts on the game so far. And as always, we accept no compensation for our crowdfunding coverage. We just want to help you make an informed decision. And hey, if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month, top 10 lists, bonus playthroughs. There's like 50 or 60 of them up there now. You can also listen to our podcast for even more great discussions and reviews, or come say hi and join the conversation on our Discord. So to get into the basics of this Viking adventure, Sea Beast is a 1 to 2 player game, cooperative or solo, and each player controls a different Viking warrior, and you are sailing around in your ship trying to protect these crates from the nasty sea beast that will be popping up around the ship. And in each game, you choose whether you're going to do a short, medium, or long voyage, indicating from which port to which port you want to go from. I'm going to do a medium one today. Let's go from, yellow. Let's go from port 1 to port 3. That doesn't seem too bad. So you'll be drawing with the dry erase marker, moving your ship each round. Wherever you end is going to determine which cards you draw from these depth cards. And those will bring out the sea beast I already mentioned. They'll be trying to do water damage to your ship, eventually sinking you if you lose all of them. And this will also affect your maximum speed, how far you can travel on the voyage map. And after you endure the attack of the sea beast, your Vikings get to take actions. At first, you only have a single action called a sweat, which can only be used in this upper row of actions. But as you hurt the monsters, you'll get blood from them, which can be spent for these lower actions. You can even unlock extra actions by spending blood and also your cooperation, which is something you'll build up as you do nice things like repairing the ship. And that's pretty much the gist. Move, draw some cards, survive their attack, fight, do it all over again until you are sunk, until you lose all your cargo, or until you make it to port. And by the way, in the prototype I was sent, there are 4 characters. I'm playing with the warrior who can throw throwing knives and also has melee combat abilities, and also the archer who, as you can imagine, focuses on shooting some arrows. All right, so like I said, I'm going from 1 to 3. So 1 is my starting spot. I just circle it. And currently I can move up to 3 spaces. And that can be orthogonal or diagonal as you like. And where you end up is going to determine what type of cards you draw and also how many. The single diamond spaces make you draw 1 card. The ones with a circle around them make you draw 2 cards. The X spaces will stop your movement and make you draw cards, so you can't go any farther unless you end your turn there. And then very importantly, the color represents the depth that you are stopping in, and that's going to generally correspond to the difficulty of the cards you'll face. So the easiest ones are in these gray shallow areas. The deep creatures in these kind of darker gray are nastier. This abyss here is the nastiest of all, where there's like these boss legendary creatures. And then the gray fog is randomized. You're going to roll a die. It's most likely to give you the deep middle rank creatures. On a 1 to 2, though, you'll get a shallow creature. And on a 6, you'll get a abyss creature and feel really sad for yourself. There's also these orange diamonds. Those are havens. If you stop there or pass through them, you get to get a little bonus for your characters. And also, if you stop there, the enemies don't attack you that turn, but you can still try to smash them. So here currently I'm getting 3, the maximum speed, although if I take the full 3 here, I'll have to draw 2 different deep cards. That seems kind of bad. I could just go 2 and stop here, although the slower you go, the more days you spend. That's going to affect your final score. And then if somehow a monster doesn't slow us down, which is pretty unlikely, I could go like 3 all the way to there and then try to go through the fog. Maybe it'd be safer to go north, cut around here, and then maybe go to that haven on my way to 3. Now what's annoying here is I can go 3 days straight north and just draw a single card, but then I'm getting into this like extra hex thing, which is extreme waters. So number 1, I'll have to stop moving, so I won't get very far. And number 2, I'll have to draw 2 cards that turn. The only way to avoid that would be to go like kind of zigzaggy. But maybe one of them will be okay there. All right, so here's my first voyage day, setting sail to there. I'm drawing a single card from the Shallows deck. And it is a monster, some kind of sea serpent-y thing. So let's talk through what's on here. Starting spot, that's around the board, what space they're going to go to, in this case 1. Their attack is a single weak attack die, which has a 2/3 chance of causing some water damage to the ship. This is how they move at the end of each round if they're still alive. A die means you're going to roll, and they'll go to one of the 6 positions, but some of them will go like clockwise or counterclockwise. Special abilities, weak spot. If I do a 2 blood attack, I kill them instantly, so they've got 3 life, but if I do 2 damage with 1 attack, which will need a good roll on my d12, then I defeat them. And then these icons under here are what happens when you hurt them. The only one you resolve is the one that is underneath the last damage you deal. So here, if I do 2 damage, I just kill them straight up. But if I did 1 damage, then it would just be this. So this one gives them a submerged token, which means you can't hurt them anymore for the rest of the round. If they get 2 of those, they dive back into the deck and kind of go away, which I don't necessarily mind. And this one means they'll move to a different area with a d6 and then attack again. And the third one, they die. You get 3 victory points for killing them with the melee attack, which only counts which way you finish them off, and 1 for killing them with a ranged attack. So that's our friend. And they are in the 1 spot. If there were more than 1 beast there, they would fight each other, which is awesome, but that's not the case yet. And there are, by the way, 5 spots for our Vikings to stand in. The only one they can share is this central spot here. Everything else, I can only hold 1 Viking. And now after sailing, we have the beast attack. So they get to do 1 attack without us being able to respond. It's going to be one of these. So they've got a 4/6 chance of hitting us for 1 damage and a 1/6 chance of getting one of those submerged tokens that'll make them invulnerable for the rest of the turn. And predictably, they got 1 water damage. Now we have 2 choices whenever we take water damage. We can take it off of the voyage board here, which is going to lower our max speed. It's the value that is showing furthest to the right. So here we would only be able to move 2 next turn. That part's not a big deal because we already know we're going to have to stop next turn. And the water first goes, I believe there are some rules I'm still not 100% sure of because they were only able to send me an early draft of the rulebook. But I think it goes here and up here if they attack from the middle. But then the big thing is if they attack again, the water will push our crates. If we lose all the crates, we lose immediately, and also it's a big part of our victory points. Now, the alternative is to let it hit one of the shields. Normally, that'll remove the shield, but there's no water damage. But if you have a Viking in the quadrant that matches the shield, there's no way to do it for these middle shields unless you have this one specific character that I'm not using. If you're here, you can brace the shield yourself, which means 1 damage is prevented entirely, or 2 damage can be prevented if you also let the shield go away. So it's a great way to kind of maintain your defense without losing any resources. Here, though, I don't want to lose the shield yet because then I have nothing to brace, so I'll let the water damage happen. So that's it for Beast Attack, and now we get Viking Attack. And currently the turn order is flexible. They did say they're investigating different ways to do it, like maybe going back and forth, 1 Viking taking all their actions. So this is a sweat action. You start with 1 of these, and it can go here to do an attack, melee or ranged, here to move, here to repair something adjacent to you, like the 1 water damage we have, or here it's going to vary based on characters. For this one, the archer gets back their arrows, because each character's ranged weapons work differently. The archer can just get arrows back very easily. They have a maximum quiver of 4. Whereas the warrior's knives stick in the enemy, and the warrior has to go adjacent to them within melee range to grab their knife back for free. But if they don't by the time the enemy is killed or dies or anything like that, then the weapon is gone forever. So it sticks in their body until the warrior can yank it back out. Now, as we deal damage to the enemies, we're going to get blood, and those can be used to do these blood actions, which are mostly the same. But for the warrior, they have this one, the bullseye, which adds +1 to all attack rolls this turn and lets me choose what order I deal damage so I can avoid the nastier counterattacks. The warrior doesn't have any special abilities yet, except that when they kill a beast, they get an extra blood that they can give to either person. But if you get a certain number of blood from hurting enemies and also get some of these partnership points, which are gained, again, from bracing the shields and also from repairing the ship, you get 1 each. You can unlock these things. You get to immediately resolve the action that is there, and then it becomes another option for you to spend more blood. By the way, what do you do with this cooperation partnership track? You can spend points either to straight up increase your die roll. So like if I rolled a 9 and I wanted to make it into a 10, I can spend 1 partnership, or you can spend them to re-roll the die. And one more thing before I decide what I want to do. Once you have 3 blood, instead of spending them on actions, because blood will go away, sweat you always get back. So if I spend a blood to attack, I'm not getting that blood back. But for 3 blood, I can convert it to a sweat, which will give me a permanent second action every round. Of course, you're limited what type of actions you can do. So like if I want to attack twice, I'll need blood and sweat to do it. Maybe I need a little tears, but apparently they don't have that yet. Maybe in the blood, sweat, and tears expansion. All right, but let's actually get to it. So what do I want to do here? I can't hurt the guy unless I shoot him in range. And if I do that, I could potentially kill him because like I could shoot him with range, get blood. You can immediately use the blood, shoot him again, get blood again, or then the warrior could throw a knife at him. If we roll well, that would take care of things. Alternatively, we could repair where we are, or additionally, when you move with a move action to either of these corners that have the repair hammer on them, you get to repair and gain a partnership, because you get a partnership whenever you repair, as a free bonus. So I could like move the warrior up, get him ready to brace this shield in case the serpent happens to stay in the same area, get him ready to do melee attacks. I'm not sure what the best option is. Since the serpent is going to teleport to some random spot, it's harder to tell where I want to be. So yeah, maybe the ranged option is the best. And if that's the case, let's start out with an archer attack on this guy. And yeah, I guess I'm realizing the best we can do is do 1 damage and make him submerge, or 2 damage and make him move and attack. No, that's right, he has weak spots. So 2 damage and he would just be dead, and that's fine with me. So each character has their own range of results. The archer will deal 1 blood on 3 to 8, 2 blood on 9 to 12, and currently I have no partnership to spend to boost or reroll that, so it's just a straight up chance. Oh, that was really close, wasn't it? So I got 8, which means we cross off the blood, so these are actually dry, erasable cards. And he submerges, which means he cannot be attacked for the rest of this round. It will go away a little bit later. And then the archer gets a blood in their ready area. Oh, I forgot to actually mark the action I took. So I could spend that, although I'm thinking I'll save it for a future turn since we can't hurt that guy anymore. Because again, any blood I spend is not coming back. So I'd rather save it for when I can do more with it. All right, so now the warrior can't throw a knife at that guy. So let's do a move action. Move him to this corner spot. Get a free repair. Because he repaired, he gets a partnership. He is a team player. And water that's repaired goes right back to your board. So now I have 3 movement again, which is wonderful when I'm able to move 1 space. It's not too great. All right, next. Sorry, I didn't show you the entire turn order card. We're going to have to refocus. So we're going to discard any blood we spent. We're going to reset our sweat tokens so they're available for the next round. And we're going to discard any submerged tokens, so that guy will come back up. And we also discard any ranged weapons, barring certain rules. Again, the warrior's knives will stay in the beast until it's killed, and then they wash away, or until the warrior goes over and grabs them. Sadly, in the case of the archer's arrows, they're just lost automatically, so he has to either go to a haven to get more ranged weapons, or spend sweat to, I guess, reload, or fletch them on the boat. I'm not sure what he's doing. And then the final step of each round is the beast moving with their 3rd box here, which in this case is a roll, but again, some will go like automatically counterclockwise, or clockwise, or directly across. So he's going to spot 4, which is not where the warrior is. You jerk. All right, and that is 1 day of our voyage. So hopefully the rules are making some sense to y'all. And yeah, this is not great when I already have a monster on me, but I'm going to go and try it. I guess I want to go like 1 here and stop, because again, the X forces you to stop. I'll draw 2 cards. And then like, hopefully, gosh, where am I hoping to go here? Next turn I can go like 1, 2. Oh, I don't want to draw 2 cards in the nasty place. 1, 2, 3. 1 card in the smoke is not the worst thing in the world. All right, so sure, I'll go a single space to there, and then I'm forced to stop. And now I'm drawing 2 cards. Oh, rocks ahead. Draw a jagged line connecting 3 dots of the voyage tracker. When sailing into rocky areas, roll the location die. You must roll a 6 to sail through safely. Otherwise, add 2 water tokens anywhere on the boat. Partnership may be used to add to the roll. Jeez. All right, so I think they said that you draw it directly in your path. So, it's not great, y'all. But at the same time, it's not another beast. Oh, this isn't either. Oh, God. Eyes in the fog. Both Vikings spend 1 sweat token to move to the boat's center position. What? We get scared and run away? Now we don't have someone to attack with? But, so we're forced to take a move action. So now the only thing the archer can do is blood, and the warrior can't do anything. Darn. By the way, does the archer have to spend a sweat to move? I'm going to say no, because he's already there. Maybe I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm cheating in my favor because I'm scared about this beastie that's all by himself. Though again, most of the deck is more beasts, so the fact that we didn't get anybody else is kind of nice. All right, next step is our friend here attacking again. So a single die, we would love a miss. Or he's submerging. Okay. Interesting. We can't be hurt again. I guess that's all right. But man, he's a little bit annoying, isn't he? All right, well, in that case, I guess I'll just reload, right? I don't really want the archer to move to a random spot. There's a good chance it won't be where the beast is. And I'm definitely not using the blood, so yeah, let's stop there. All right, let's see where our friend is running to next. He's so mobile. 3, okay. All right, so nothing about the rocks ahead says that it stops our movement. So we can still move 3, I think. Now we're going to take 2 water damage, but I don't think it would immediately stop our movement or change our movement value. I don't really know, y'all. So let's try it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, stop. After resolving the rocks, we'll roll to see what type of enemy we get from the fog. But okay, so we need a 6. We can re-roll it with partnership. Sadly, the warrior is the only one with a single partnership, so that doesn't seem too likely to help things. That's not a 6. Okay, so I think we're just going to take 2 water damage. They said wherever we want, and that's pretty easy. Let's put it in the 2 middle areas. That'll then radiate out. So that was nasty. And now, gotta roll for the fogs. 1 to 2 will be the shallow deck. 3, 4, 5 will be the deep. 6 will be an abyss. So not a 6 is like really the main thing I'm looking for here. We got a 3. Okay, so that's deep, which is nastier than the one we drew before. Oh my god, it's like a death jellyfish of hell. Wow, 6 victory points if we kill it with a bow. So we'll see some more things here. There are no automatic actions when you hurt this guy, but certain of these life things can only be taken away by a range attack. So that could be the warrior or the archer, but a melee attack could not deal damage when this is the leftmost icon. He's going to start in a random spot. He's attacking with the deep die, which is more likely to deal damage. He's going to move to a random spot. Lots of random right now. And then there is a 1 in 6 chance of him getting this little like crit symbol on this darker blue deep die. It says shock. Vikings discard all remaining free actions. That's our sweat actions, which means we would, again, like not be able to do much that turn. It's not great. Where are you going, buddy? Go to 3. Go to 3 and just like murder each other. Just let's go. You. So, I'm so happy. Now, the bad part of this is that we don't get the blood for them fighting each other. They do 1 automatic water damage when they have a little monster action like this. But hey, I'm fine with that. This is going to drastically shrink our our danger level here. So each monster does 2 damage to the other, which means this bad boy is dead. But again, we don't get any victory points for him for killing him because Jellyfish did it. But now, man, like it's not too bad to do 2 damage to the guy. And we don't have to roll his really nasty thing, but we do take 1 automatic damage from their colossal battle. All right, and that was it. So it's back to us. And man, there's a lot of water to repair. Ooh, especially, I gotta see this. We only have 1 speed right now, which would get us 1 move into the fog. That's not too bad. They're kind of hard to see, but these little like arrows pointing. Oh god, I took like the absolute worst way to go. These are what are they? They're currents, right? Yeah, they're currents. If you move into them, then they automatically send you in the direction, but you cannot move against them. So, gosh, I thought I was just going to be able to go right through here, but I'm going to have to like go through the depths. Oh, this is not good. Actually, it doesn't force you to move there. It just gives you +1 if you go in that direction. So could I go like 1, 2, 3, 4? Or, oh, I could go 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not going to get 3 movement, but long story short, having 1 movement is not the worst thing in the world here. But I do want to murder this jellyfish. That's right. He's better to kill with a range attack. So let's go for that. Which I guess that means I'll have the archer go first. We've got 2 chances with the blood drop. So yeah, we'll do a range attack with their arrow, which is gone. And a 9 to 12 would kill the guy straight up. 3 to 8 is fine. That was a good roll that got cocked. So let's roll that again. A 6. Okay. So that does 1 damage. This was the damage that had to be a range attack, although we're fine with that. Which means the archer gets another blood. 1 more and they could upgrade it to a sweat every round. But I kind of feel like we need to repair in addition to attacking. Let's switch to the warrior. Yeah, he'll lose 1 of his knives basically forever. But I kind of want the archer to get some of the partnership points for mitigation. So warrior's going to throw his knife. And we just need a 5 or higher. Come on, warrior. Ooh, oh, great. Now I do 2 damage. Doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so because the beast is killed, the knife is gone forever. It goes down with them in the depths. Only if it was still alive could I move adjacent and get it. But this guy's killed, having never like directly attacked us, and we get 6 victory points. That's crazy. See, this is one of those games where the nastier decks are scarier, but they also give you way better rewards if you can survive them. All right, and then I think, oh man, do I want to repair or not? I mean, I'm only going to move 1 next turn, right? So I'm not going to repair because I really want to get a 3rd blood. So, okay, we'll have the little refresh phase. There's no monsters to move. And so here we go. We can move a single space. We're going to go here, and then hopefully we'll be able to repair and get to the friggin' haven. I don't know. So there's another fog encounter. Not a 6, not a 6. 1 or 2 would be great. Just let's go. Oh, we got a new buddy. It's a shark. It's in space 1. He's going to automatically do a water, and then he'll rotate counterclockwise 1 space each round. Oh, and gosh, whenever you hit him, he rotates and does automatic damage. I don't love that. Okay. All right, he's attacking. Let's lose the shield, man. I have too much water anyway. Or actually, no. I've got an idea for something different to do. Because, yeah, let's try this out. I'm going to have the warrior move here for their 1 sweat action, which gives us an automatic repair. So, boom, we get rid of it anyway. But now he's here to brace the shield if the archer attacks, because the shark will do 1 damage and then rotate. So he can stop the damage. That's the plan, at least. We should be able to get another sweat. All right, so archer, go for the kill. Let's roll another one of those really high rolls that we saw a second ago. Or the 3, or the minimum. Okay, so it's going to make the guy do a damage and then rotate. But our warrior braces, which means he gets a partnership, and the shield is not removed. And then he moves to, is it the same? Yeah, same direction here. And that gets the archer 3 blood, and even though I could attack again, we're not going to. We're going to get another sweat. And with that sweat, we only have 1 move right now. I really think I want 2. Yeah, so we're going to repair, which will get him another partnership. And yeah, I think I want to get rid of this one because we don't want the water pushing the crates out. By the way, I think I forgot to spend an arrow, I think. Okay, now this guy goes, wow, but he doesn't attack yet. We have a shield there, so that's good. Now, you can't brace these shields from the center. Specifically, one of the 4 characters, like I mentioned earlier, can brace them. All right, look how nice this is with 2 speed. So we don't go directly against this. Boom. And we don't go directly against this one. We're not quite to the haven yet, but we are in the shallows. So just drawing a single shallows card, which is way nicer. Although I guess that's what I drew last turn. And oh my gosh. All right, Crabulous over here. Yay. There's going to be a lot of damage, y'all. Nobody's bracing it. Okay, so if, you go in number order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the crab is first. He does 1 automatic damage plus a die. Submerge. Okay, that's better than 2 damage. And I'll take it. I only need 1 movement to get to the haven. So yeah, we'll take the water and try to clear it off later. Because in a turn where you go into a haven, you skip the enemy's attack in that turn, but you can still act, which is awesome. And then water here would still allow us to move 1. So sure, why not? Oh, by the way, the crab symbol here means that he'll jump to the opposite side and then deal 1 damage that can't be stopped by shields, which is not great. And we can't even hurt him. Okay, well, at least we know he's going over there, so maybe the warrior should stay there and just like throw a knife to try to finish off this guy. Sure, we're going to roll great. It's going to be awesome. Going to do another knife at a shark. Brah! All right, so here we go. 10 out of 12 to kill him up outright. 5 to 9 to deal 1. I have 2 partnership to add to the roll or re-roll it. Oh, man. I could re-roll. Ooh, yes. Goose! Okay, so unfortunately, it does. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so the knife is lost forever. And he does still do a friggin' damage. Where was he? He was here. Which means it would put... Oh, I can choose which direction it goes. So I'll choose... Oh, I could... I'll just take away the shield. I'll take away the shield. Because center attacks are going to be less frequent anyway. And he's only worth 2 for a ranged kill, but I'll take it. At least he's gone. Now, but here's the cool thing. The warrior has the ability to gain an extra blood whenever he defeats a beast. He can give it to his partner for +1 partnership. But no, let's give him 3 and get another sweat so we can, like, repair our butts off, I think. And speaking of, let's repair, get a partnership. And we'll do it from here. And we got to repair 1 more to actually be able to move. Oh, and that's right. This guy's going to friggin' attack. Darn it. Oh, no, I'm only 1 away from the haven, so I should be fine. Okay, so here, archers seems pretty clear here. I'm going to get an arrow back, repair myself, get this. I haven't really paid attention to unlocking actions. When you unlock them, you get to take them automatically. So like if I spent 3 partnership, I could get a free move here, and then it would be an option for later actions, but yeah, not doing that yet. So we get another water gone. Okay, and then this guy stops being submerged, and he jumps over here and does a damage that can't be prevented. So, boom. But hey, it's fine. We have the one move we need. Yay! We made it to a haven. So there's a regular haven. There's also ones with like little white diamonds around them that are a mega haven. So we each get to choose one reward, but only from places where we have water. So the more messed up our ship is, the less they want to help us. Thanks, Haven. But we also skip the beast attack round this turn. We don't draw a card this turn. So we are in a beautiful, lovely land of no major bad things happening. All right, so we can get an arrow or one repair and one partnership. I think I'll have the warrior get a ranged weapon back, and the archer will get one partnership to repair that water. That gets us back to 2 movement, maybe 3, depending on how this turn goes. Okay, now our actions. The warrior's in the guy's face, so let's go for the melee kill. On a 9 to 12, he would just kill him straight up. You know, maybe I'll say that I didn't get the ranged weapon back, and I also repaired some water just to have the extra partnership for making my attack better. Yeah, the guy's got 2 life, but they have to be melee attacks, so if the warrior doesn't get him here, we can't really finish him off. So I really want a 9 to 12 for melee, but I've got 3 rerolls / boost to do it with. Dang it, why do I keep on rolling like that? Oh, let's freaking go! Okay, so that's 2 damage. And 2 blood. And he's worth more victory points if I kill him with a melee attack. So let's actually go ahead. Okay, I can't. Oh, that's a double move? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't afford to unlock any of these except the double move one, which is the one I don't want. So then instead, we'll do this blood action to do a melee attack again. Just need to not roll a 3. Well, I guess I can boost it, so there's really no way to miss here. 4. That'll do it. So this guy's dead. And I'm getting 1 blood plus 1 for his bonus. This one I will throw to the archer and get a partnership. And we get 3 victory points for the melee kill. Nice. All right, what do I do now? I guess the archer, they can repair and get an arrow back. And what's the warrior going to do? We're fully repaired now. There's no way to know where people will come, but I guess I do want to be defending this side, so maybe he just won't use his sweat droplet. Seems okay to me. All right, and now are we on the home stretch or not? We can move 3 this turn. We're so close to our goal. Gosh, a lot of like doubles here. This seems like the best, right? 1, 2, 3, a single card where we have to stop in the fog, and then a pretty straight shot to home. So yeah, let's try that. Should be able to get us there. We can only move 3 because we've repaired so much. And we got to roll again for the fog, not a 6. Oh my god. Okay, there's a boss, I think. So we got a card. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I haven't even opened this thing up yet. Which shows I've not gotten one of these before. So we'll see how well we can figure out the rules. Oh my god. Is this guy like Godzilla? Why does he have so much life? And it's all melee? You get 12 for killing him? What in the heck? Okay, he's going to start in a random spot. He does 3 damage. When he doesn't move, he just does his stalk special power. Placed the beast standee onto the next depth deck as indicated on the dive sequence, left to right. Then, when drawing from that depth deck, return this beast around the boat and draw the next. Wait, what? Oh, so he like leaves? Okay. It seems like I can just escape him, probably. Pervious shield. This shield will block 1 water damage without being discarded. Bracing from Viking can block up to 2 water damage. When the impervious shield blocks a beast attack... Oh, sorry. If you kill them, you get like a permanent artifact to help you out. I was like, why is this a good thing? Okay, so I don't fully understand him yet, but I think we're just going to avoid him. So they said a standee. Let's just use his card, right? That's easier. All right, so where are you going, you monstrosity? 2. Brrr. And then, how much damage are we doing? 3 automatic. Wow. How much do we need to move to safety? Well, that's right. We have a lot of actions to get rid of water. Dang it. Wait, 1, 2... Oh my gosh. We need 3 movement to safely get here without going through these X's. So if we take 3 water, I think we got a lot of extra blood. We can probably survive. So I'm going to take all 3 of it as water. See if we can make that work. So boom, boom, push in our crate that can be pushed, boom. All right, and then, do I get victory points for blood at the end? Should I try to attack this guy? No, it says that I don't. So I'm just going to survive the best I can and then try to repair things. That's the main thing. So let's do boom, repair, get a thing. By the way, I have 4 partnership to unlock and use his rampage ability where I attack and I do 1 damage and then I roll again, and I can do 2 damage, and then I roll again, and I can do 3 damage, and basically you keep on rolling, but each time your die roll has to be higher or it doesn't count. But for the moment, that doesn't actually help me not die, unless I can successfully do 16 damage to that legendary beast over there. All right, Archer, repair. That gets me a partnership. We need the last one, which actually just a move could do. If I go to there, for the automatic repair and get me another partnership. Cool, and then there's no point in fighting the guy because, again, blood's not going to get me anything. Although, just for fun of it, let's pretend that I spent 4 partnership, unlocked Rampage, and got to use it for free as an unlock. So I roll, and again, I do 1 damage. So boom, a 9, 1 damage. Then I have to roll higher than a 9. That was a terrible start. Whoops. And a 6. Yay! Okay. And no rerolls, so yes. That's why we're not doing Rampage and keeping the partnership, because it's worth victory points at the end. Okay, so now we go to the beast movement, and let me just make sure I got this. Okay, so he's stalking us. So place the beast standee onto the next depth deck, as indicated on the dive sequence. Left to right. When drawing from that depth deck, return this beast around the boat and draw the next depth card as normal. Sequence resets after the last dive. Erase all marks from the dive sequence and blood tracker, and the beast card is shuffled back into the abyss deck. What? Dive sequence. Beast does 1 water damage, then dives into the deep deck. Yeah, I don't understand what they're saying here. I think he just leaves. And I'm going to say that I run away and win, okay? Because I don't get it. Sorry. So, hey, it's the next turn. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Success! Everything is totally copacetic. Mike didn't cheat at all. So now we get to tally up our score on our medium voyage. So, crates delivered. Let's go check. We got 3 times 20 is 60. Beast bounties. 6, 9, 11. Okay. It's definitely all about that jellyfish. And partnership bonus. 5 plus 6, 11 more. All right, and now costs. Yeah, the day one's going to be a killer. How many circles do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, did I really stop everywhere there? 9, 10. So 10 days is minus 20. Ouch. Missing missile weapons. Ooh, in that final turn, the archer could have made their last arrow. They definitely had sweat left over. I think. Actually, wait, did they? Oh, they could have. They didn't, because I think they might have repaired. But either way, we'll say that they repaired with that, with the free move and repair thing. So either way, so only we're missing 2 knives. So that's minus 4, minus 2 each. Water damage on the boat 0. Missing shields, that 1 in the bottom for minus 4, so minus 28. So 82 minus 20, 62 minus 8. And for our grade, medium 54. Safe to shore. We were pretty close to a successful. It was not a successful voyage. We did kind of run with our tail between our legs, but at least we were safe. And all right, so that was Sea Beast. Let me give you my thoughts on the game so far. So I think the voyaging is pretty interesting. You saw there are some pretty cool kind of decisions to be made, and then your plans might be dashed by the event results from card draw, or from having more water damage than you thought and having to move slower. But yeah, it's quick to resolve, it's interesting, and it seems like, gosh, how many combinations are there here? It seems like there's a pretty good number of ways you might do things. I guess eventually you could exhaust the things, but I think the variety in the card draws and damage and that kind of stuff will still make this pretty interesting. Though in the end, it is just a little basic dry erase map, so if you're looking for really super interesting and varied adventures on the high seas, I don't know if this is going to provide that, but it's not really trying to. As for the depth cards, there's a pretty cool variety between enemies and events. I will say some of the events, the rules are not as clear as I would like. I was talking to the designers some, and they were helping me to understand them. But certainly the rule book is going to need, and I think they said they're adding this a section for each one. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, even though you didn't see too much, that can happen besides getting attacked. Now, good God, these bosses, I don't know if I ever want to face one of them again. And I don't even know if I played it correctly. But it does seem cool, if you want to score a ton of points and have a long voyage, that these guys do have to be dealt with. I certainly like the possibilities of that. And the idea that I would unlock some awesome ability, but that's a lot of life. And then they said that he dives away. Although when people dive, they do keep their damage. So I guess you could hurt him. He would come back later. You'd hurt him again. He would come back later. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be like. So yeah, some interesting stuff in these different decks should give each voyage its own kind of feel and flair. Although again, it's mostly monsters. Although I should say even the monsters are pretty varied. You have little squids that can grab you, and then you have to just melee attack them until they die. You have, like you saw, people that like dive and are harder to get a hit on, but are a little bit weaker. So there is pretty good variety in the monsters, not even counting those huge legendary ones. Now, the actual movement on the board, you saw that it can be a little bit dull at first when you only have like one action, and sometimes that's taken from you. But if you have at least some success fighting, you do get more actions pretty quickly. Now, it's a pretty claustrophobic like little thing that you're moving around, but that's okay because the choices have more impact than the basic kind of structure they present. Like being there to block an attack with no negative consequences because you could brace the shield, and you also get partnership for doing that. That's pretty huge. And the way you can kind of combo your attacks, the choice between spending blood to do more in a turn, but then not leveling up as quickly to get more sweat, I think that's pretty cool. I didn't unlock any of these, but I probably should have because I didn't need all the partnership I had, and it gives you a lot of bonus actions. You get to resolve the action immediately. If you get a ton of blood, you can do a lot of stuff. Maybe that's how you would eventually fight that behemoth, by just having super actions all over the place. But yeah, I think there is an interesting like little tactical thing here. The most interesting part to me about it is that it's so cyclical, because you don't get to necessarily do everything. Like, you might fight that jellyfish, but he's still with you. Then you move some more. Then you draw some more things, and maybe they fight each other. Maybe they don't. And then you do some more stuff, but then they move again, and then you do some more stuff. So the fact that it's not like the game stops for combat, but your voyage continues, you're just kind of like trying to survive as these guys attack you and slow you down. I think that is a pretty cool dynamic that I don't know if I've ever seen in a game before. Now, as for the different heroes, the rules, again, are not like 100% done yet. I think I get them. So the warrior and the archer I showed you because they were pretty straightforward. The boatman can like throw a hook into monsters and then like move them around, which seems kind of awesome because he can like make them fight each other and stuff. So that seems pretty exciting. And then he's got his own special powers. And then the mystic can like blast all the monsters at once. Although I guess if you have a lot of monsters, you're probably in a worse way than you might otherwise be. So it seems like there's pretty good variety in them, especially if you do the longer voyages where you have more time to unlock things. I think on a shorter voyage, they aren't going to really feel that distinct and unique. But that's, kind of a choice you make. Reminds me of like Too Many Bones. If you fight the fastest tyrant, you're not going to really see all the variety in your character. I'm not sure if there's going to be more than 4, but even these 4 seem pretty cool. Got to say, the art, by the way, is awesome. I like all the kind of visual style of this game and the components, the prototypes I've seen. So yeah, I guess in the end, the best question to ask is like, what is this game? It is not a narrative experience, unless you get the emergent narrative of different things happening on your voyage and different events and stuff. So certainly don't come here like wanting a campaign narrative game, because that's not what it's doing. But you saw like a medium voyage is pretty dang fast. Even the longest voyages, I guess unless you just stick around to fight Chompy over here, even the longest voyages should not take that long. And they also have like these short voyages. It says around 20 minutes. I think my first one was like 10 minutes. So it can be a very, very quick game, or you can get a little bit meatier, give yourself more time for danger and leveling up and such. But yeah, this is not going to be like an epic kind of long game, at least in my opinion. I think they do have a mode where you can string multiple voyages together. Do you keep your level ups, though? I forget. Again, the rule book is still in prototype. So yeah, I think come to this for a quick, kind of random, kind of fun, rollicking adventure with some varied characters and some cool encounters and some great components and great art. Don't come for a giant campaign experience. Don't come for a narrative. Don't come for something that's like super strategic, although you do get into some of that as you have more options for your actions. It's a fun game. I've enjoyed my plays of it so far. And yeah, go check out the crowdfunding page, see what you think. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.